A widow has told the TaintedBlood Inquiry that weeks before her husband's death in 2011, he'd become what she described as a skeleton with skin on. In a harrowing testimony, Sharon Lowry said her husband had felt unclean and had suffered a slow death. This was the last day of the UK-wide inquiry sitting in Belfast, listening to victims and bereaved families of those who were given contaminated blood. Our health correspondent Mary-Louise Connolly reports.
Widowed at 54, Sharon Lowry says when her husband died, she lost her soulmate and the world a gentle giant. Pictured here with their sons, Richard Lowry was a haemophiliac. According to his wife, he suffered a slow death after receiving contaminated blood in 1973 to treat his condition. The inquiry heard how the vice principal suffered severe headaches, nausea, memory loss and depression before undergoing a liver transplant in 2009.
By that stage he was like a skeleton with skin on. That's all I can describe him. He had no flesh left, he had no muscle, he was so gaunt it was scary.
This week the UK-wide inquiry sat in Belfast. It heard from 14 witnesses, including Sharon, who described the moment doctors told her Richard was dying. Her testimony, at times devastating, drew tears from those listening, including counsel.
They sat me down and said that I had to accept and stop fighting for him. I had to accept that there was nothing more could be done. I had to let him go. And I was going to have to make the phone call and to fly my sons home as quickly as possible.
Witnesses today appealed for justice and appealed to the inquiry's team to uncover the truth. That truth also includes why the government and the NHS didn't heed early warnings to stop using contaminated blood. According to Sharon, the worst thing was watching her husband suffer.
Again, started shouting at me, "What are you doing to me?" Begged me to kill him. And to say that in words was just horrific. It's not what you expect to hear. Just wanted to die. He had had enough.
Sharon told me money has been a problem. While the family received a one-off payment of £10,000, as she told the inquiry, this was the response when she asked for help with hospital car parking fees.
I went to ask to see if there was help, and they said, "Oh, he doesn't have cancer." No. And someone else said, "But you have to get help here because he's such a long-term patient, and you're here for so long every day." And I was passed from pillar to post, and no, he hasn't got cancer. No, go away.
It's been a week of powerful personal testimony. Survivors say it's time for justice. Mary-Louise Connolly, BBC Newsline.